From inside the quiet storm, giving you an up close and personal experience is what I love to do. And being so we're doing things on a different level these days, well, you shouldn't be surprised on how I'm doing it these days. So you're hearing us tonight, but we're going to make sure that you see us in a few days as well. I'll explain it another time, but thank you for locking in. We have company over tonight. Now, we have one half of the better half. Now, I'm
Right.
not saying that this person is not the better half, but we have one half of the better half. We have the man who has been, look, filling our hearts up with with wonderful laughter, not only from his character, but from his attire, one might say. It is a pleasure to welcome the man who plays Mr. Brown so well, David Mann. Thanks for
What's
jumping in
going
on us
on,
tonight, man.
man? It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too, brother.
And you
Really
know
is,
what?
man.
Nowadays, that's like literally we say that since being locked up is like it's good to see people again.
Yes, and to talk to them.
Right. Right.
You know, texting was one phase. I hope we have moved away from that, David, and now we're talking.
I don't think we are. It's gonna get worse, brother.
Oh, come on,
We
don't
gonna
do
have
that.
to adjust in our age. We gonna just have to adjust.
That's not good. That's not good, man. But
Right.
I'm gonna hope for the better.
Right.
But look, man, let me just say, you have created you and your character, Mr. Brown, and I'm blaming you. You have made Mr. Brown the world's most famous fashionista.
I call on set. I call Mr. Brown a fashion icon.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You are absolutely right. He is a fashion icon. He is so much of a fashion icon, David, that I see people like him in real life. With
Yes.
Now, how does that make you feel?
You know, what's crazy is when I first started doing this character, I've been doing this character for 22 years, right? I could go to the thrift store, at any thrift store, and get this stuff for 10, 15, $20. Now, you can look online and this stuff, a Mr. Brown shirt can cost you $200, $300.
Yes, sir.
The pants, the suits and stuff are ridiculous now.
Oh,
And I'm
brother.
like, people actually pay this kind of money to wear this stuff.
Because of
What?
you. Because of
Hey,
you. It's you who did it. So
I,
I blame you. David Mann is the one who started this whole trend, ladies and gentlemen. It's David's fault.
that
But
is
I know
correct.
you better not laugh at them. You better go up there. I hope if I ever see you on the bound, you see somebody like that, I hope you go up to them and compliment them
Well, I
on
go
their
up and dap him and say, man, the one thing you can say is, yeah, that's brave. That's brave.
Well, Mr. Brown has been brave with us for the 22 years that you have brought him to life, man, and I thank you for that, man, because you have that alone. You just stepping out on stage
Oh,
is
man.
always just a ball of laughs right
Well,
there. Forget
thank
about
you,
your
man. I
language.
appreciate
Forget
it.
about your language. But let me
Appreciate
commend you, man, and of course the Mrs. Tamela and the wonderful array of staff that Tyler has put together to make up not only one thing but several hundred things along the way, man.
Man,
In the
never
course
could have
of years.
imagined that it would grow to this. I'm just enjoying the ride. And like I say, I've been doing this character for 22 years and never could have imagined that the character would still be relevant for this long. I mean, we did the movie Medea's Homecoming,
Yep.
and just to see people still watching the shows and seeing the grandmother and then see the grandkid, like, yeah, we loved the show. It was funny, and I'm like, wow, this is incredible.
Netflix, it blew up on Netflix, man. It blew up.
Yeah.
And congratulations to you. Please give my regards to Tyler. You know, Tyler, I've spoken to so many of Tyler's staff. I have yet to speak to the man himself, but please give him my regards, man.
I will.
Uh, he's doing great things and he's going to continue to do great things. We have
Yeah.
David Mann with us today. His wife is in rehearsal. We'll find out exactly what they're doing in just a matter of moments. But
All
it is a
right.
pleasure to have David Mann with us. Now, I know, man, you love music. I know a lot of people may not know, but I've seen you on stage and I've heard you sing a few bars. I don't know if you can carry the whole thing, but I heard you sing a few bars, David. So give me one of your favorite classics, slow jams.
One of my favorite classics. I don't know. I'm trying to think of, what's crazy is it's a country song that's one of my favorites. It's
Which
by
one?
Dana Carter, and it's called "That's How You Know It's Love." And what's crazy, I was just singing it, so it's one of my
Okay.
favorites. You just got to go look it up and see. And the
Okay.
reason it's one of my favorites is because it simply says, "If the span of forever just doesn't seem long enough, that's how you know it's love."
Wow.
That's
Well,
a deep lyric.
we're going to talk about the span that him and Tamela have. His better half, Miss Tamela Mann, is in rehearsal. You said, David, right?
She's we're rehearsing for a tour. I stepped out and she was right in the middle of her song. I said, well, you do that. I'm going in here. And so we're switching out today. So we're actually getting ready to hit the road. So if y'all hear that we're coming to a city near you, just get your tickets and come check us out. It's a warm, fun family show.
Oh
Tamala's
yeah.
singing. She's making people cry. I'm making people laugh. That's my
So
thing.
wait, you're not
And
going
then
to sing?
we'll even team up together. We're doing some of the love music. So
Oh, good.
as soon as I'm off of here, I'm going to jump back in and get rehearsing because that's not my strong point. That's her strong point. So
Oh, I
I'm
don't
going to
know
need a
about
lot
that.
more practice than she is.
Now, for those of you who go back with David Mann and his wife, you know this brother can blow a note. He sings. He sings. Just like he could dance. You wouldn't think he could dance the way he danced. I've seen you do a split. I don't know how
Yeah.
that works. But yo, you do it, brother. You do it.
As I get older, I'm having to do it less and less. So this 55, it done caught up with me.
Hey, look, we should mention you're about to kick off another season. This is season 4 of
Well,
Tyler
this is
Perry's
season 3
of Assistant Living.
of assisted living. Yes.
Oh, I'm ahead of that means you're going to go to 4. All right.
Look at you prophesied, brother. Speak it into existence.
Hey, I already did. It's coming. Season 4 is coming, but season 3 is about to get underway, and that's a cast of characters alone that Tyler has put
Man,
together. But Cora and Mr. Brown are right
J.
in the middle of
Anthony
everything.
Brown. Everybody knows. Yeah. Now, when I tell you J. Anthony Brown is a nut, like J. Anthony Brown should be getting some kind of check for something. But
I know that's
it's fun interacting with him on screen because when you get two comedians together,
right.
sometimes they have to say, "Okay, cut. All right, that's enough." Because because we're always trying to make each other laugh and trying to see if I can get him, he can get me. So that's what makes it fun for us.
But here's the wonderful thing about it that this show has become the number one scripted comedy on cable. So how much of the script do you have to stick to, and how much does Tyler allow you to grow and kind of freelance?
Fortunately, he gives me a lot of liberty.
Wow.
They give me a skeleton, and I'm allowed to put the meat on the bones. Because a lot of times, honestly, I don't know what I'm going to say.
No way.
They give me the storyline, and because, like I said, I've been doing this character. It's just like I just put myself in the scene, and let's go. And having somebody like Jay, and we've added a couple new characters this season. Chet Aknu, he plays a Nigerian on the show.
Okay.
A total nut too. We got Naeem Lynn, who everybody know Naeem. He's a stand-up comedian, and so you
Right.
get all these comedians and all this on one set, and it just fun.
Fun, man. You go to work, and there's not a day, I'm sure, that you can come home from work on set that you did not laugh.
Man, I would much rather be doing this that I love
Yeah.
than be doing anything else. I mean, I
But
literally get to go to work, and how I gauge it, I can, the crew in the back, half the time they ready to go, they done
yeah,
seen everything, and they ready for you to hurry up and shoot your scene so they can go.
right.
But when you have them laughing, and when they're in the back laughing, I sit back and I say, okay, I think the rest of the buying public will probably enjoy it.
Oh, no question.
Yeah, because the camera guys and all of them, they be like, hurry up.
Really?
Well, I
Really?
mean, most of the time, but if you get them enjoying it, and
Yeah,
you get, the grip guys and all the guys in the back, you get them to come and like, what's going to happen next?
man.
I think that's what makes it fun for me.
Is Tyler always on set with you guys?
No, Tyler, we have so many shows going at once. So he's constantly he's having to move around because he's basically directing traffic is what he's doing.
Yeah, he is. He
So,
is.
and then
I don't
plus
know.
he has a staff and a crew of guys, and then those of us that have been around and doing it for a while, we know what he wants. We kind of know how he like it, what he would want and what he wouldn't want. So
Right.
we now knock it out and we move on.
Moment ago, I spoke about David and Tamela. They've been married. Well, I guess this year will be 34 years.
April 24th, 34 years.
God bless you, man. Some people can't stay together 34 days, 34
34
months,
minutes.
34 minutes, especially after this pandemic happened, man.
Oh, this
So,
pandemic did one or two things for couples. It either made you love each other more or hate each other's guts.
ah, you better
It
preach that.
did. For me,
And
it brought us together closer.
so what's the difference? I mean, and I know you can't, everybody's their own person and they have their own ways, but what's that secret thing that if you could share with us that it can only be innate and it can only be like something that's placed into each other's spirit to do this. But what do you think you and Tamela have so special that it keeps you growing? Not to say that there aren't bumps in the road because life is life, but like you said, the pandemic brought y'all closer together. So what was the magic?
Let me tell you. So one thing that I want people to know for us is, there's not this perfect picture that we try to paint. What we do tell people is that we're a constant work in progress. And that's
Love
what
it.
you have to be as a couple. You have to be a constant work in progress because I'm not the same me that I was. We got married at 21. I'm not that same guy. I say that same kid. That I'm not the same man that I was in my 30s. And we've
Right.
been together our 20s, 30s, 40s, and now into our 50s.
God
And
bless you.
so we're not those same people. So learning to constantly evolve with each other. And one of the keys that we have is we're friends. Like we're genuinely friends and we genuinely like each other. I mean, you have couples that they together and they
Hmm.
love each other genuinely, but they don't
Hmm.
like each other. When they look out the window and see their spouse coming home, it's like, here it is.
So why would they get married?
Because you find out that early on, you're in love, you madly in love, this passion is going, and you doing things like you never done before, and then 50 hits, and you're moving a little slower, and it's not quite as what it was for us, and you have to learn to evolve with each other
So
and
is it
and
so
stay in
communication
constant
is key?
communication. You know, go ahead.
No, I was going to say communication must be key, but in addition to communication, open-mindedness, I would think, has to play a role in there too.
And understanding the covenant that you made. Because
Ooh,
when
that's a big
you
word.
we renew our vows. We go through and do a vow evaluation every year.
No way.
Oh yeah, you got to go through every year and remind yourself of what you said I do to. Because if you really think about it, at your wedding, you're just repeating words that the pastor, or whoever's doing it, said you could do. He could tell you, "I'll jump off the moon." You'll repeat, "I jump off." You really just trying to get it over with. And I don't think, serious, I don't think we fully understand what we're making a commitment to death
Yeah,
do us part.
really.
I think some of us would negotiate that one out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And to richer and for poor, I mean, that's one we
For
would want to
better
negotiate
or
out.
for worse.
See,
In sickness and in health.
we want to, some of that stuff you like, I don't know if I'm about to be able to do the sickness. Let's negotiate that one out. We don't realize it. So we go through it just like, hey, let's talk about this. Am I still cherishing you like from the day that I said I do? I cherish you to hold you to like the highest standard of life. Yes, I'm still cherishing you. And we went through that richer for poor. So that
Yeah,
poor thing, we lived there
you've
for a
been there.
while. So we went to that. So so we've
David
kind of
Mann.
lived through all of these things over 34 years.
Hey, look, you got to make sure you lock into Tyler Perry's assistant living. David Mann, his wife, J. Anthony Brown, and a host of characters talk about and are part of this assistant living complex. And J. Anthony Brown is a nut. Like man,
That
I've watched all the episodes and I can't stop laughing.
he's a genius in how some of the stuff that he does. So like we both get on there and it's like we'll have these little conversations that the way it's supposed to go. And
Yeah.
when they say an action, it's like, well, it ain't nothing like we said because we just get to going, and that's what I like. That's why I like working with him.
I can't thank him and his wife. One year, but this had to be like probably around 4 years ago. They were so kind to join me at one of my live broadcasts on
Yeah.
my birthday.
Uh-huh.
And I'll never, ever will forget that special moment, man. So thank you. Because as busy as these guys are, to think about little old me, I really do appreciate it, brother. They will always have a special place in my heart, for real.
You got to play one of our slow jams from the deal. You got to either play Good Love or you got to play Ups and Downs on the Quiet Storm.
Let's do it. I'll do it. No question. Okay. I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I like to do that. Let's do.
Oh,
I'm
I
going
didn't
to
know
do
you
that
was
as
quiet.
we close.
One of those, either signs, good love, or ups and downs. One of the three.
Ups and downs. A lot of people can always deal with the ups. They can't deal with the downs. They can't deal with the
No,
valleys.
no, and
When
you
things are
guys have
going
been
well.
playing it. You guys have been playing it. Thank y'all for supporting
Oh
the
yeah.
Us Against the World I Love project. Thank y'all, man. You guys have been a big supporter of ours.
To the biggest two lovers that I've known. Look, 34 years is not a lot of people don't make it, and that's our small little way of saying continue the road, man. Continue the process, continue to grow, and show us what we need to do next. That's for
Thank you,
sure.
man.
Look, you have kids, and I want you to give me a suggestion tonight of what I can ask potential couples or new couples that are growing into hopefully going into the lane of marriage. But what we can ask couples tonight um, that they need to think about before taking it to the next level. Either it's about what you had just said a moment ago, either knowing that you like the person. What could you help me out in shaping this question?
I often ask couples, okay, so everybody will tell you, hey, this is what I want in my man, this is what I want in her.
Yeah.
So I ask them to sit down and write a list of everything that you would want in a spouse. I mean, write out a really, write a good list out. Tell everything. I want them to be this. I want that credit score to be here. I want this.
Okay.
Everything on that list after you've wrote it out,
Uh-huh.
become the list.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. So you want us to write a list of what we want in a person, but we should become the list first.
Because why would you ask somebody else to be something that you don't
Mm.
want to be? You say, okay, my man got to have an 800 credit score and all of that, and your credit score is 4. Get your stuff straight. I want them to be able to, be a good leader and do it. And you're a horrible follower.
Wow, that's deep. That's
You
deep. I
see
didn't
what I'm
think you were gonna
saying?
flip it like that. Yeah.
See,
Yeah, that's
because
deep.
we got a whole grocery list of stuff that we want them to be, but and you think about it, if everybody does that on that list and becomes that list, when y'all come together, it's like, oh, we almost got this whole puzzle put together. We just got a
Wow.
couple tweaks to make, and let's go live happily ever after.
But couples are forever changing, as you mentioned a little
It's
earlier.
ever changing. That's why you got to be ready to evolve when they do. Because we're now we're 55. Both of us are 55,
Wow, y'all
and
don't
we're
look it.
dealing with our menopause stage, and as
Wow.
she say, our midlife crisis stage. And so we have to learn. I know my woman so well that I could tell something was going on. It's like, and it's nothing that she did intentionally. Like, no,
Mm-hmm.
she didn't do it intentionally. It's just a chemical imbalance that I did some research. I had seen what was happening,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just you got to be forever willing to change with it.
And I know she's all tapped into you as well. She knows your
Oh,
balance
she knows.
and
She's
balance.
like, babe, something ain't right. Something's going on.
I love
I
it.
know something was wrong when she turned the thermostat on 0. And I had to go to bed in a hoodie.
You know,
I was like,
yeah. Yo,
something ain't
something's up.
right here.
Hey, David, you played Mr. Brown for so long, man. And I know actors as yourself, they like and appreciate not only growth but diversity. So if you had to play something outside of Mr. Brown, what kind of character roles or what kind of films or direction would you go in terms of characters that you think that you can monopolize and bring a nice presentation to?
I would like to play an old gang member, like
A gang member?
like an old, an old mob boss or something like that.
I can't see you tough. I mean, not to
You
say
know,
that you're not
see,
tough, brother, but I'm sure you're tough. But
you
you've
can
been
see
so
me being like
comedic.
hardcore, huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. You can get into that mindset. You can get into that role.
Yeah, or just something hardcore
Okay.
like that because everybody's used to seeing me be funny. I kind of went there a little bit in the last Christmas movie I just did, Soul Santa, where
True.
they didn't allow Terry Vaughn directed the movie and it was like,
Excellent.
nope, you don't get to be funny at all. I was like, none, no. So I kind of went there a little bit,
Uh,
but I would like to get to where I'm just this hardcore, off with their head kind of character.
wow. I would love to see that. I definitely would love to see that, man. You better talk to Tyler. He's got to make one of those movies.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I mean,
perfect for
like
you. I can't wait to see that in
you
full.
couldn't see David Mann the Killer.
Nah, nah, that would definitely be out of your character,
Yeah,
and that would show the diversity immensely. So
All
I'm
right,
looking forward to that. Looking forward to that.
we got to make it happen.
I'm sure it definitely will happen. And I'm going to look forward to seeing you and Tamela on the road. And they'll bring us up to date, or I'll get their schedule to find out where they're coming, y'all, so that way y'all can be in place and embrace them and show them love when they get there. And yes, they will be selling their products right there at the shows as well. But David Mann, Mr. Brown, thank you, man, for your
Thank
time.
you, man.
So good to see you, man. Please
Thank
be
you.
well.
Make sure everybody tune in. We're moving to a new night Wednesday nights. March 23rd is the debut. Wednesday nights 9:30 Eastern.
There you go. We will be there to enjoy it. And we're bringing the tissue with us because we know we're laughing as well.
Yes,
Brother,
sir.
I love you. Please give our love to the Mrs. Tamela. And I look forward to talking with you soon.